7 saving hacks the wealthy swear by and you can start today. More than 6 in 10 self-made millionaires quietly live below their means. They drive ordinary cars, flash no designer logos, and hate paying full price. At first glance it looks like frugality, but dig deeper and you'll find a mindset built on strategy, psychology, and ruthless focus on the future. Today you'll learn 7 saving hacks the affluent rely on, habits you can adopt before the sun sets. Stick around because hack#6 can permanently change the way you experience spending. Hack 1. Treat saving like a non-negotiable bill. Imagine opening your banking app on payday and watching money vanish out of checking before you can reach for it. That's exactly what wealthy people engineer. The moment income lands, a predetermined slice, 10%, 20%, even 40%, jumps automatically into another account or brokerage. It's called paying yourself first, and it removes decision-making from the process. Think of it like rent. You don't wake up wondering whether you'll cover rent this month, it's a given. Automate transfers the same way, so willpower never gets a vote. The result is effortless consistency. Savings grow whether life is calm, chaotic, or you're binge-watching shows all week. Level it up by creating multiple labeled sub-accounts. Emergency fund, first home, freedom investment, epic vacation. Behavioral scientists call this mental accounting, and it dramatically increases follow-through because every dollar now has a purpose and a destination. Hack 2. Live on 70% or less of what you earn. Here's a rule whispered in many affluent households. Behave as if you make 30% less than your payslip claims. If $5,000 hits your account each month, design a lifestyle that hums beautifully on $3,500. The delta becomes rocket fuel, paying down debt, compounding in index funds, cushioning emergencies, or seeding a side hustle. This isn't deprivation, it's deliberate design. You still choose restaurants, hobbies, and travel, but you shape them inside a framework that honors your bigger vision. Start small if 30% feels intimidating. Trim just 5% this month, skip a couple of takeout meals, downgrade one subscription, negotiate one recurring bill. Next month trim another 5. Within a year you'll have rewired your expenses like an electrician rerouting a circuit, and you'll barely feel the difference except in your swelling net worth. Hack 3. Hunt and eliminate silent money. Silent leaks are the financial equivalent of a dripping faucet, individually tiny, collectively disastrous. Gym memberships you stopped using when the trainer left, free trials that morphed into $12.99 renewals, redundant streaming platforms, each one siphons away opportunity. Once a month, wealthy individuals stage a forensic audit. They scroll every line of every statement with detective intent, asking a single question. Is this charge still creating value? If the answer is no, it's executed on the spot. A 2022 study showed the average American burns over $300 a year on forgotten subscriptions money that could fund a weekend getaway, bolster an IRA contribution, or cover 2 months of groceries in retirement. Set a recurring calendar alert titled Leak Patrol. Brew coffee, open your statements, and cancel like a boss. Every liberated dollar gets redeployed to your highest priority goal before lifestyle creep has a chance to reclaim it. Hack 4. Obsess over cost per use, not sticker price. Wealthy people rarely chase the cheapest sticker, they chase the lowest lifetime cost. Picture 2 winter coats. One is $200 and lasts 10 seasons, the other is $60 and survives only 1. The expensive coat costs $20 per year, the cheap one costs $60. Paying more upfront is actually the bargain. This cost per use lens extends to everything. Kitchen knives, headphones, even furniture. It's why some millionaires rock decade-old boots that look brand new. They bought handcrafted leather, conditioned it, resold when needed, and average pennies per wear. The key is durability plus frequency. Before buying anything significant, ask, how many times will I realistically use this, and what does that make each use cost? Plugging numbers into your phone's calculator for 30 seconds can save thousands over the next decade. Money your future self will quietly compound while your neighbors keep replacing disposable goods. Hack 5. Build your budget backwards from the finish line. Traditional budgeting starts with past behavior. I spent $500 on food last month, so I'll call that the food budget. Wealthy planners flip the script. They start with a destination. I want $10,000 in my brokerage by December, or I'm taking 3 months off work in 2 years, and carve present spending around that target. Every dollar is assigned a mission before it even lands. Reverse budgeting forces clarity. Suddenly that impulse DoorDash order isn't a casual treat, it's a withdrawal from the sabbatical fund. Clarity makes trade-offs visible, and visible trade-offs foster better choices. If you like frameworks, try inverting the classic 50-30-20 rule. Decide on the savings goal first, say 25%, lock it in, and let needs and wants flex around what remains. You'll be stunned how creative you become when the priority is non-negotiable. Hack 6. Delay gratification, but celebrate milestones. Impulse control isn't an inherent millionaire trait, it's a trained skill, and the 72-hour rule is their dojo. For any purchase beyond a preset dollar threshold, maybe $100, wealthy individuals force a 3-day cooling-off period. Time dissolves emotional spiking. Many desires evaporate outright. The items that survive scrutiny are either genuinely useful or deeply meaningful, making post-purchase guilt vanish too. But here's the twist. They also reward themselves, strategically. Hit a savings milestone, they might finally buy that espresso machine or book a weekend retreat. The celebration anchors positive emotion to disciplined behavior, wiring the brain to crave the next win. This is habit formation science in action. Create a running wish list note on your phone. Anything tempting goes there with the date you added it. If you still want it after 30 days and the cost fits your plan, pull the trigger guilt-free. You'll experience purchases as conscious victories instead of midnight regrets. Hack 7. Make compound interest your unseen employee. Albert Einstein allegedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Wealthy people treat it like an unpaid intern who works 24/7. The math is mind-bending. Invest $100 a month at an 8% annual return starting at age 25, and you'll likely cross $300,000 by 65. Start at 35 and you'll land near $140,000. Less than half, even though the monthly outlay is identical. Time is the variable you can't negotiate, so starting early beats starting big. Set up automatic transfers into a low-fee index fund, a Roth IRA, or your country's equivalent. Even $50 monthly is enough to kickstart the snowball. Then leave it alone. Your principal earns interest, the interest earns interest, and decades later, you wake up to money that feels like it fell out of the sky, but it only fell because you pushed the first snowflake. Bonus hack: master the art of financial no. Want to know a superpower that quietly propels fortunes? Saying no without flinching. No to status purchases designed to impress strangers. No to vacations financed on credit cards. No to weekend plans that pulverize your restaurant budget. Each no is actually a yes to something bigger. Flexibility, options, peace of mind. The wealthy are not immune to FOMO, they simply understand opportunity cost at a cellular level. Every dollar exiting today forfeits potential future growth. When temptation strikes, pause and ask, does this accelerate or delay my freedom? Answer honestly, then act. Repetition turns this into an instinct, and instinct is faster than temptation. Closing thoughts. Saving is not punishment, it's empowerment. It's the bridge between who you are and who you could become. Money, in the eyes of the wealthy, is raw potential. Energy waiting to be directed into businesses, education, memories, or charitable impact. You don't need a 7-figure salary to tap that power, you just need intention plus systems. Pick one hack, just one, and implement it before the day ends. Automate $20 to a high-yield account, cancel a dusty subscription, rename your savings goals so they spark emotion. Action trumps theory, and consistency beats intensity. If today's insights sparked an aha moment, consider subscribing for more deep-dive money strategies. But far more important than any subscription is the commitment you make to yourself right now. Your wealth journey isn't a distant marathon, it's a daily practice, a series of small votes cast in favor of your future self. Cast the first vote today and watch compound action turn into compound results. Your future self is already cheering.